What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another educational video. On a whim, I decided to do a 40-day detox. So here I am having my meal replacement. So if you're new to the channel and you don't know me or the background of my health, I suffered from a lot of health issues. Severely depressed, anxious. I would break out in hives often. Certain foods, my digestion just wouldn't properly digest. It's hard to kind of contemplate about where I was because I'm not in that state in my body anymore. So it's a little difficult for me to kind of reflect back. I remember the suffering, but it's not so much the symptoms. I definitely had lots of gas and bloating, belching, migraines. Oh my gosh, the most horrific one was my acne. My acne was pretty bad. If you go to videos and then hit sort by, if you go back to my old ones, oh my gosh. And those videos don't even, because I was so embarrassed, I stopped making videos when my face was really bad, but there's some videos with my acne. Let's see, what else did I suffer from? Oh, I'm not positive, but I'll leave it in the description below. Fatigue. Oh my gosh, my fatigue was really bad. It was like fatigue and depression went hand in hand for me. So I'll just share briefly a little bit about kind of like what happened. So I went on a trip to Arizona, and my intuition told me to go plant-based, so I did. And that kind of is what started my health journey. Also, before that, I got off of birth control. Birth control really fucked me up, not only my body, but also my mental state. I was put on birth control for migraines to help control my migraines. And so once I decided to make that conscious, intuitive decision to get off of it, I didn't even know who I was after. I had to completely relearn. Do you see this like glow around me? That's so cool. Side tangent, my goodness. That'll happen often, so be ready, be prepared. Come sit with me and have a green juice. Because it's story time. So, yeah, I was still in high school when I decided to make the decision to stop taking birth control. Not only did I gain weight, I was bloated. My migraines did get better, but I was still having them and having acne. So I was like 16 or 17 when I decided to get off of it, and I was still in high school trying to figure out how to get through school, at the same time trying to learn who Vanessa was, because at the time I had no idea, because I was being suppressed. Not only that, with the gaining the weight, still having migraines, still having acne, bloating, and suppressing who I am, my emotions, it also really, taking it long term as well, is very, very bad for your body. So that's main reason why I got off of it, was because of how bad it was for my body. But later years being off of it and then having to rediscover myself, did I realize that that was causing me to not even know who I was or my purpose in life. So that was kind of the snowball started with a snowball, and then it's gonna go down the hill. Then when I went to Arizona for a month, intuitively was told to go plant-based, and I did. My depression got so much better. My acne got so much better. My digestion got so much better. Everything seemed to be getting better. And then not even like a couple months into being vegan, I discovered Parasites. And intuitively, like, I knew I had parasites. One, acne. I had really, really bad acne. Depression, digestive issues, all of these symptoms leading towards parasites, where, so anyway, I'll stop with that because I'll get on a tangent about parasites. And I found that through the raw vegan community. And so not too long after going plant-based, I went raw fruitarian. Keep in mind that I live by the ocean. My environment is already damp and moist most of the time. And I'm also in the water and eating raw, cold fruit. And that kind of ties in with Ayurveda and why that isn't optimal for my health to be doing that. So I knew I had parasites, and if you don't know him, Marcus Rothkins, I tried his Parasite Cleanse. He has, I think it's 60 or 90 days, and I tried to do it unsuccessfully because I was trying to follow his protocol. One, the herbs were very potent, mind you, and I couldn't do it. It was too hard for me. So I fell off that, and then the holidays came, and then I fell off of being raw vegan. Oh, I forgot one of the big symptoms that I had was I had multiple eating disorders. I went from anorexia to bulimic to binging, and binging is what stuck with me. And the sugar cravings and this uncontrollable urge, like, it didn't matter how many times I said in my head, stop, like, don't eat that, that's not yours, I don't want to eat that. I felt like a zombie in my body. I'm so glad I remembered. I always forget because I've come such a long way from where I was. And I tend to forget, and sharing my story is so important. So, where was I? I don't even know. So I tried that Parasite Cleanse. Still wasn't successful. I tried it multiple times to finish it, and I just couldn't, because it was the purging was just so intense. I was like 18 at the time. Never done a detox. Didn't know what I was really doing. But I knew about parasites. I knew that they secrete ammonia and another chemical. I'll also leave that in the description. That breaks the blood-brain barrier. That way, they're able to literally control our thoughts, our actions, our emotions, and our cravings. Not only that, but they also, because they're eating what we put in our bodies, they also are leaving behind feces. This is gross. Trust me, I know. But it's the reality of things, and I'm here to tell you that reality, wake you up and get you ascending to connect to your spirituality and your true source self, your spirit, your higher power, whatever you want to use as a word, God, universe, whatever. It's all one and the same. It's the same energy. But anyway, anyway, that's a whole nother topic. So it was like I pissed off the parasites. So my binging was just even more out of control. My depression was even more out of control. Everything seemed to like amplify after I kept trying to do these detoxes. This one detox. And that just plummeted me into a severe depression and fatigue. I literally couldn't get out of bed because I was so depressed. I wasn't eating because I was so depressed and so fatigued I didn't want to cook. And I would call out of work because I was so depressed and anxious and fatigued. Or I would cancel on clients even though I knew I shouldn't, but I wanted to go binge, so I did. It was out of my control. So my friend, one day, he noticed that my stools were loose because he went to to use the restroom after I had gone, number 2. And there were still some things floating in there. And he asked me, "Are your stools loose?" And I said, "Yeah." And he asked me when, and it happened so gradually, I hadn't even noticed. But I had loose stools for a long time, basically ever since I tried to do basically since I went raw vegan, I had loose stools. And to me, I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know the stools basically were an indicator of your health. So he mentioned that, and I was like, okay, I'll look into it. And then one day he calls me to go surfing, and I love surfing like so much. It is my Lord and Savior, basically. To put it to terms, if I don't surf, I'm grumpy, and it's not fun to be around me when I'm not surfing. Let's just put it that way. So he lives like an hour and a half away. So when he comes down to come surf with me, it's a pretty big deal. Like, I want to go see my best friend. But I was so depressed and down when he called. I'm like, bro, like there's no way I can go surf right now. I have no energy. I feel weak. My body aches. There's just no way. And he was like, bro, like, you've been like this for a while. This is not normal. So naturally, he was in Chinese medicine school, and he took a course for Ayurveda, and he told me about the doctor that taught the class, and he told me to go see her. So I did. After trying to see a naturopathic doctor, I got blood work. I was super deficient in lots of vitamins and minerals. My blood work did show up as like bacteria overgrowth. And anyway, so I tried the naturopathic doctor's protocol for a while. I wasn't seeing results. I tried it for a couple months too, and I just kind of gave up. I also had tried other parasite detoxes as well, and it was too hard. So I finally went to go see this Ayurvedic doctor, and all she had to do was read my face, do a couple of a questionnaire thing, and she was like, you have a worm infestation. And that just explained everything that I was feeling. And I already intuitively knew that I had parasites, but I had given up on trying to do a parasite detox because it was so hard for me at a young age that I kind of forgot about it. And then when she mentioned that, I was like, oh, like I kind of already knew that. So that happened, and she gave me Parasite Protocol for Ayurveda. And oh my gosh, if you have ever taken Chinese or Ayurvedic herbs, then you know they are not the tastiest. And depending on how toxic the toxins are going to react to the herbs, and that's a good indicator to tell you how toxic you are. I was extremely toxic, if you couldn't tell by the indicators that I was telling you. And I tried that Parasite Protocol so many times. I think I tried 5 times to complete it, 30 days, consistently taking the Ayurvedic herbs. I just couldn't do it. I gave up. And then thankfully, this beautiful soul, her name's Yadira, she posted about a 40-day Parasite Cleanse. And I followed her for about 2 weeks on her cleanse, and I was like, that looks really easy. I can do that. So I did it, and that was the easiest fucking cleanse I have ever done. I've done water fast, I've done dry fasting, fruit fasting, all of the kind of different fastings, different kind of parasite protocols, and holy shit, the one that I'm continuing to do 1 to 3 times a year, it is literally the shit that I have been through. It is the easiest protocol to follow by far. It gives you a whole foods list, suggestions. It gives you meal replacements. It gives you supplements. And so now I'm going to break down the whole Parasite Protocol. If you have any additional questions, please comment down below. Leave it in the comments. I will get back to you as soon as possible, or feel free to email me privately. But this Parasite Protocol not only is parasites, but it's also glyphosate. I'm looking at my knee and it's pretty swollen. I haven't iced it out today. Anyway, little tangents here and there, gotta live life. But it's parasites, glyphosate, gut health, and protein. Why am I emphasizing these things? Because glyphosate is known, and if you don't know what glyphosate is, it's what they spray on all of our food. That's not organic, and even if it is organic, sometimes it still has spray over from other crops, and that's what they use in Roundup. So when you go buy weed killer, glyphosate's in there, and it is known to cause cancer and a wide variety of other health issues. That's why when you see pictures of people spraying food, they're all covered because it's toxic. And so that is very detrimental. And people think they have a gluten allergy, and that's not the case. It's the toxins in their body reacting to glyphosate on the food. So anyway, that's a whole nother tangent. And if you're interested, if you want a topic discussion, leave a comment down below and we can have a topic discussion on a video. But today, this is what we're going to talk about. So there's glyphosate, which is also a probiotic. It detoxes up to 74% glyphosate when taken for 6 weeks. When I don't take it for a day, I fucking notice. So anyway, that's in the detox. There's parasite pills that you take for 10 days in the beginning and 10 days at the end. I choose to do the 40-day Parasite Cleanse, and I'll get to that reason why compared to the 30-day. So we have the glyphosate, the parasite pills, and then we have meal replacements in the form of Power Shake or Super Meal. I personally like either mixing the Super Meal and the Power Shake or just having them separately. This go around, I'm just having Power Shake. That's the meal replacement, and then you have aminos, Super Amino 23. That is a 99% absorption rate compared to when you're taking a protein powder, you're only getting about 50% of that protein. So let's say the protein powder that is being advertised has 12 grams of protein, you're only digesting 6 grams. So with the amino tablets, you get 99% absorption rate. It also helps with mental acuity. It helps with the elasticity of the skin, and it's not duck feathers. A lot of aminos are made from duck feathers. Not only that, but there's like shit on the duck feathers. You don't know what's on the duck feathers. So it's free of all that bullshit. But this is the first cleanse that I have found that has worked for me. I use it with my clients. So many people I know use it, and the protein is a huge important thing to have, because during the detox, if you're not getting your protein, then what's happening during a detox? Your body is literally eating away at your muscle tissue because it's not receiving the protein. If you know a company that detoxes glyphosate and has protein in their detox program, let me know, because I don't think there is one. So that is, oh, and then there's also apothecary, which comes at night. So you take it at night, and that's my favorite. Because, during the detox, you're not eating processed foods, you're not cooking or baking sweets, using maple syrup and all that shit. So to me, it's like my dessert. But it has natural melatonin from the cherries. And if you didn't know this either, Coke, I wanted to say Dr. Coke. I don't drink soda anymore. So Coke owns all of the US cherry farms, owns them. So our cherries are from Italy. So there's no glyphosate, and it's not owned by a corrupt business. So it has a natural melatonin. It's going to help you hit your REM sleep. It improves sleep. And it's also going to help you hit your REM sleep. And that's really important in a detox or just life in general, because that's when your body really works and goes to town to repair your body. So that's what comes in the detox. And now let's talk about why I choose to do 40 days instead of 10 or 30. So parasites are extremely, extremely intelligent. And when they know that they're being killed off, they lay eggs and leave them behind. So those eggs hatch in 20 days. So you do the first 10 days of detoxing, the parasites lay their eggs. 20 days later, so that's in total 30, and then the last 10 days, you take the parasite pills again to kill off the eggs. And there's a healthy balance between having parasites and then having an infestation of parasites. And the difference is very, very significant. Parasites, if you think of it like a pyramid, parasites are the very bottom. That's the cause of the factors of a lot of diseases, a lot of health issues, pretty much almost everything. In my experience and as a health professional, this is my point of view. I'm not your doctor. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm here to educate you, and what you do with the information is completely up to you. So, on the CDC, and I'm pretty sure they took it down, it was 75 or 70% of the population has parasites. How can you contract parasites? No, it is not going and traveling to third world countries. Parasites are everywhere. They're on the toilet seats, the sink handles, doorknobs. Your pets have them. Why do you think it's so important to deworm your pets once a year? Because they have parasites. So if you're deworming your animals, and if you're not doing that, then honey, I trust you do it. Why wouldn't we deworm ourselves? ancient cultures have been doing parasite detoxes long before it became a thing. Detoxing in general. I mean, it's great that it's blowing up, but unfortunately, people aren't doing it properly. And that's also what I like about this detox program, is because from an Ayurveda perspective, sure, it's not giving you your personalized food choices, but if you see me and you purchase through me, you will get that. So this totally prepares you to do a proper detox. So there's an ease in phase, then you detox, and then you're supposed to ease out. And a lot of detoxes, one, don't do that, don't provide that information. So it's just, if you want to do a proper detox, this is what you need to invest in. It is an investment into your health, because this is how I see it. I want to spend the money now rather than 20, 15 years down the line when I have super high medical bills because I was in the hospital or super sick. And, you know, I'd much rather pay for my health now than suffer later. So if you have any questions about it, please comment down below. The link will also be down below. I do get commission when you purchase through me, just so you're aware, because we have to tell you guys. And the reason why I'm affiliated with this company is because this is literally the only detox I have found that has worked for me and so many of my clients and people around the world. So thanks for joining. Thank you for listening in on my health journey. It definitely was a very quick and brief summarization. I don't suffer from depression anymore. I don't suffer from anxiety. My acne, okay, I picked out my face a little bit, you know, but these cameras are a little too high tech for me, okay? My face is pretty damn good from what it used to be, okay? I don't have loose stools anymore, and my body actually digests its food. So let's see. Warning, I'm gonna stick out my tongue, so it might be green. Oh, it's not. Nice. So I have a little bit. The ridges around your tongue is an indicator that your body is not digesting the food that you're putting in. Undigested foods, toxins. I used to have it really bad to the point where like it looked like I had teeth on my tongue. And I don't have that anymore. I mean, obviously I still have it, but healing naturally takes time. And it's been like 3 years now. This is my 4th detox. So yeah, about 3 years ago, I was suffering really badly. And because I tried Western medicine and they gave me fucking birth control. I tried, and then, you know, they wanted to put me on other meds because I was depressed and all this other shit. That's gonna fuck up my liver and my kidneys and my whole chemistry of my brain. So anyway, if you're into natural medicine and healing yourself naturally, this is something you should be doing every year. Just like you do worm your animals, you do worm yourself. And with that being said, I'm out. Thanks again for joining V's vlog. Make sure to comment down below. Much love. Bye.